Okay, so we'll have a look at how Hippo can be used to create HTML5 animations for CasparCG. So this is the Hippo client. I'm going to create a new movie. First thing for the movie is to set the screen resolution to match what I want for the HTML template. So 1280 by 720 in this case. And we don't want to loop the animation. And now we'll add some shapes to our animation. Let's just save it and give it a name. Demo. And now we'll add a box. And we'll add the box to the timeline. Now we can resize it. And I'm going to want it to appear somewhere on the screen about here, but obviously I want to start it off the screen. And we'll just remember our Y location. So we'll do 560. And then we want to bring it onto the screen within, say, 10 or 15 seconds. So we'll add a frame here and we'll position it where we want it. And we're going to have it bounce back a bit, so initially we'll have it there, and then another 5 seconds on, we'll have it bounce back a bit. Looks good, and then we want to leave it on for a while. And then we want to whiz off the screen again. So add another frame, and this time specify that to go off nice and quick. Always keeping the Y coordinate the same. There we go, and we'll put some text on the box as well. And what you notice is we can click on any point in the animation, it shows us where the item will be. So now we'll add some text. Demo banner, and we'll make the colour white, and we'll change the font, Comic Sans, we'll make it larger, it should do for a start, maybe bold it. Okay. Now, while it's white, might be a bit hard to see, but we'll add it to the timeline. There it is there. So, again, we want to actually specify where we're placing this. Oops, did the wrong thing. It's important to select the right row. And I'm going to move that off the page so that it's at the same place. You'll notice that we can have different objects in front or behind. So the other thing we can do is change various properties of the items. Now I'm just going to delete that because I've done the wrong thing. And we'll add it back to the timeline at the 0 point. There we go. That's where we want it. When we start. So now what we want to do is same as before, except I'll have it fraction afterwards, add a frame, for the text and have the text remembering the same y coordinate, 586. I'll have it bounce over to the end there a bit. And just after the bottom box bounces back, add a frame and have it come back into the centre. Just after the box starts moving, we will also move our text off the screen. Like so. Now the other thing you might want to do is make my background box a little bit transparent. Okay, so that's that done. Now I can preview it, so we can play this animation, see what it looks like. That's how it works. Now all we have to do is export this, so I'll just do a save and then export. I'm going to export straight to my Casper templates folder. So I'm going to export and the file is there. So Ian's demo. Now there's one little change we have to make. There isn't an option in this movie to have a transparent background, so I'm just going to edit with Notepad++. I'm going to find the default background, which is white. So we'll search for all F's, and wherever there's a couple of things in this template to deal with different versions of browsers. Wherever I find the background style, we'll remove it. And there's one at the end here. Save that. And now in Casper, if we refresh the library, see my demo template. So I can drag that onto the page, and if I show you my screen producer, you'll see that banner working. A little bit rough, but you get the idea.